Well, well, well. Well, well, well. What do we motherfucking have here, right? Well, well, you still got well, let's just to start off, man. Um, this whole thing with what's his name? John Fury. You know, he talking about some Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia and who he um predicted to win that fight. Who the fuck cares what John Fury has to say about any fight? You know, I don't understand why people keep allowing these people that have nothing to give to the sport of boxing and on the sport of boxing. I don't understand what is all this hoopla about listening to what people like John Fury has to say about anything. You know, he's literally you listening to a guy and you liking this what he's got to say and all this stuff, and you're going to these little things and you're paying money to go watch him talk, but the dude never amounted to nothing in the sport of boxing. Not only did he amount to nothing in the sport of boxing, the only thing that he has to the sport of boxing is riding his son's coattails. You know, so all this. What people got to say and stuff like that, man. Sometimes y'all got to check the source of information, man. Check the source of information because some of these dudes are just some turkeys. For real, they fool. You know what I'm saying? They worthless. You know who was John Fury training? That's worth a damn. Let's be real. Who? Who is John Fury training that's worth a damn? Can't nobody answer that. But everybody wants to hear what this dude has to say because he built some type of fucking following. Like I keep saying, like people they just ready to swallow any fucking thing. And then not only to tell you the truth, who the fuck is really buying these tickets to go watch him speak? You know, I don't hear all you BLK addicts talking about, oh, that's money laundering. All the people in there, was born people. I don't hear y'all saying that. Who the fuck is going to listen? What kind of nutcase is going to fucking pay a ticket to watch John Fury talk about living his life vicariously through his son? Because his boxing career never amounted to shit. Every time he stepped up, he got flatlined. Every time he stepped up, he got fucking flatlined. Let's keep it real. You ain't JD's. You literally got this dude to a certain point, and then he got with Ben Davis. After Ben Davis, he found another dude, and then he got like 2-3 dudes before you. So what the fuck are you really doing? You're the head of the Fury clan, but your word don't mean nothing because the last time you put your word on the line, you lied. You lied. You know? You lied. This is the reason. Like Conor Benn is a prime example of how people will be able to believe into anything. Right along with what John Fury got to say. Not Peter, but John Fury got to say. That's a prime example of how idiotic people are. Think about it. Everybody heard what the bet was. Everybody heard what the stimulations of the bet was, and he's still out there begging for money. Makes no sense. Conor Benn, same thing. Makes no sense. Oh, I'm gonna get into the Conor Benn. I just don't want to get into it right away because nobody was in here, but whoever's out there, man, thanks for tuning in. But like I'm saying, man, John Fury is a clown. Everybody in the Fury clan is literally a clown. Besides Peter. Peter is the only one that's a upstanding motherfucking citizen. All the rest of them are like scum, in my opinion. In my opinion, all the rest of them are scum. Peter Fury is the only one that's an outstanding dude. Whether that's a citizen or a dude on the block. He's the only one that's a stand-up dude. All the rest of them are clowns. That's the reason why Peter Fury don't fuck with him. Think about it. Think about why Peter Fury don't fuck with him. Because they all fucking clowns. And he know it. Now let's get into this Conor Benn shit, right? So Conor Benn went over there talking to Piers Morgan, right? Clearly, Piers Morgan didn't do his fucking homework. Clearly, whoever he bought in didn't do his homework. You see what I'm saying? Didn't do his homework. He went up over there, and the only thing I got out of it was Conor Benn went over there to somebody where the shit wasn't rehearsed on what the questions were going to be asked and all this shit. They grilled his ass. They literally grilled his ass, right? But the reason why I say Piers Morgan didn't do his homework is because of this. If Piers Morgan really did his homework, right, about the sport of boxing, when it comes to drug cheats, when it comes to the WBC, when it comes to UCAD, or whatever the case may be, he would at least known something, right? To at least bring up, right? But he didn't. And you know why? The reason why he didn't? Because he don't know shit. He's just a dude that gets some information and he runs with it. He doesn't have a full fucking cup. Right? Because if he had a full fucking cup, he would know all these motherfuckers is dirty. He would know all these sanctioned bodies. He would know Triple BOC ain't shit. Right? He would know all this shit. All these sanctioned bodies up over here ain't shit. All the sanctioned bodies over there in the UK ain't shit, including the Triple BOC. Because Triple BOC ain't the only sanctioned body that they have when it comes to the sport of boxing. It's the only one you know. That's the reason why they call them, in UCAD's rules, that's the reason why they call it national governing bodies, which are considered the interested parties when it comes to adverse analytical findings. Right? That's the reason why they call them national governing bodies. Ain't the only one. Triple BOC is the big leagues. Right? So, if let's go. We're not gonna take it way back. We're gonna take it to Dillian White. Right? Dillian White literally got off. Literally got off. And to this day, people are still asking for the B sample like a bunch of idiots because the B sample is on the fighter to get tested. You can't ask Triple BOC or UCAD for the B test. It's on the fighter to get tested. And at this point, the B sample is done. It's done. It's done. You ain't gonna get shit out of it. You ain't gonna get enough. You might have enough for him to pop on that B sample. You just might have enough. But over time, it starts to degrade. Because the way they test. And they even know. Those piss the companies know over time this shit starts to degrade. It might not be all the way, but it might be below the threshold, right? So, Dillian White. This dude popped for I forget what it was. Performance enhancing drug we would call to make it broad, right? Under UCAD, right? UCAD and the Triple BOC tells The WBC, because he was fighting under the WBC, right? Their belt, right? They both tell WBC ain't none of your business. Whoop whoop whoop. It's confidential by our rules. We can't tell you nothing. Right? Right? And guess what they do? The WBC, guess what they do? Nothing. Nothing. The dude gets in the ring with a PED in his system against a fighter. And if it wasn't for a leaked audio, nobody would have known. If it wasn't for somebody to leak the audio that had a shred of fucking integrity, nobody would have known. To this day. Nobody. And I wonder how many cases under UCAD and the triple BOC have there's been cases where people had something in their system that popped that nobody never knew about. And that goes for a lot of them. Not just them, everybody else. Because if that type of stuff can happen in everybody's face, what type of stuff happens outside of our face? Because ain't none of these motherfuckers really transparent out here in these streets. Right? Right? And then all y'all motherfuckers want to worry about was what's going on with amateur boxing. What's going on with amateur boxing? It's full with a whole bunch of cheats. Swindlers. We seen it back in the days. Amateur boxing was always big bank, tank, little bank. Rob, cheat, and steal. And now all of a sudden y'all want to act like something different? Don't be all up in all when you, oh man, they taking out of the Olympics. Don't be all up in all. Because maybe all these crooked ass motherfuckers is the reason why they're going to take it out the Olympics. How the fuck you gonna get with matchroom boxing in the Olympics if you don't sign with matchroom boxing? How the fuck you gonna get somewhere in the Olympics, in the amateurs, or anything with a sport of boxing if you don't get with matchroom boxing? Same thing that goes over in the U.S. How far are you gonna be able to go with nobody? When you can have 30, 40 motherfucking fights. Where the fuck is you gonna go? BoxRec taking all day to put your motherfucking record on their website. Where the fuck is you gonna fucking go? Where? Because as of lately, from these promoters and these managers and these matchmakers, we've been hearing that these motherfuckers take BoxRec seriously when looking at people's records. Looking at how many people's stars they got. Right? From 2 law cases, that's what I heard. From people that's in the boxing game, for a couple people that's in the boxing game, that's what the fuck I heard. And these are from heavyweights. These ain't from no lightweight motherfuckers. Right? So now back to Conor Benn. So when Pierce Morgan is asking Conor Benn, oh, well, how come you don't want to give up the paperwork to triple BOC? How come the triple BOC ain't got to give it to nobody? How come they don't got to give it to nobody? How come triple BOC can't take WBC's word just like the way the WBC had to take triple BOC's word? Right? Right? What is it to you when somebody pops under the WBC and they get found not guilty? What is it to you on what happened? Because that's what you did to the WBC. And that's what you did to the general public over here around the world. You kept your shit closed doors, behind closed doors. The WBC kept their shit behind closed doors. And now y'all acting like snobs. It makes no sense. I'm not hitting on whether or not Conor Benn did it or not. What I'm hitting on is the fairness around this fucking sport is dirty. Surrounded by a whole bunch of crooked ass motherfuckers. And these boxers keep telling us this. Right? And then some of y'all out there be sometimey when it comes when y'all want to see Undisputed and when y'all don't want to see Undisputed. Because I don't hear y'all crying about no Usyk and Tyson Fury. I don't hear y'all crying about no Usyk and Tyson Fury. But soon as motherfucking Deontay Wilder and AJ come around the scene, soon as Earl Spence Crawford come around the scene, I hear a whole bunch of crying. It makes no sense. Because it's not gonna get you no views and no likes and no fans over talking about where's the Fury and Alexander fight, just like every other Undisputed fight. They saying we ain't seen Undisputed in 30 years. That's what they saying. Now where all y'all at? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck talking about these belts and all these niggas crooked. I don't care. What I care about is the fights I want to see. I'm just saying where's that same energy at, everybody? Where is it? Where's that same energy? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Pierce Morgan don't know what the fuck he talking about. He don't. He don't know what the fuck he talking about when it comes to the sport of boxing. The WBC and Triple BOC both have two different set of rules. What's good for you, what was good for the WBC should be good for the Triple BOC right now. And that's it. That's why all the posts that I put on today, that's the only post on Twitter that didn't get shit when it comes to the sport of boxing. Everybody commenting on the other shit, but nobody want to say nothing about that. Just liking it, but don't nobody want to post on it. Only one dude post on it, and I checked him, and he ain't said shit. And the reason why he didn't say shit, because he know it's true. Why the fuck the Triple BOC gonna let Dillian White slide? Tyson Fury slide. Right? Right? Why the fuck y'all gonna let them slide? Why the fuck did y'all didn't take Tyson Fury's Christian Hammer fight away? When y'all ruled that the February 2000 whatever fight, I don't know if it was Christian Hammer or somebody. Why y'all didn't take that away? Right? Why? Because y'all have no integrity. No integrity. None. No fucking integrity. None. None whatsoever. Just like the whole lot of them. Nobody has no integrity in the sport of boxing. None of them. And people want to act all high and mighty because it is Conor Benn shit. Jacob Jennings, what's happening? Jacob Jennings, all I'm saying is when the Triple BOC went after Dillian White, because Dillian White popped up over there in the UK, right? The Triple BOC told WBC they are not an interested party. It's confidential and we can't give you shit. The WBC said after that, whatever, and let Dillian White back in the rankings. Now all of a sudden, Dillian White pops up over here under the WBC VADA, right? Now all of a sudden, he's cleared. Now the Triple BOC want the paperwork. That's the shit that don't make no sense to me. Triple BOC is not transparent. They act like they're transparent, but they're not. They're not. If they're transparent, how come the first thing they tell you is that it's confidential? And then everything that they give us when it comes to some shit is some shit that don't even make any sense. You could go back and read the whole thing on Triple BOC on UCAS website or Triple BOC, British Boxing Board of Control website on Tyson Fury. Right? Thing like that. But they ruled against Tyson Fury. It's not in depth with Dillian White. But they let him slide. It is not in depth. You're not telling people how much you had in your system. You're not telling people where he got it from. or how it maybe was possibly entered to his system. You're not going in depth on anything. So it's don't act like y'all don't. None of these cats is transparent. They give us a little bit. This is a yeah. I'm back. That's what they hoping. Somebody picks a fucking side. I don't understand this shit. How come every time when it comes to sport of boxing, when it comes to anything, fans have to pick a side? From leaked information, from possible information, is always something to get fans to pick a fucking side before the real shit come out. Before it really comes out. Trying to get all of us to pick a fucking side. All of it. I don't care if it's Crawford and Spence. I don't care if it's Conor Benn. I don't care if it's Usyk and Fury. I don't care what it is. Deontay and AJ, Deontay Nuganu, Deontay and whoever. It's always some leaked information by some jive ass turkey to try to get us to pick a fucking side on who's ducking and who's not, or it's or who's wrong or who's not. It's absurd. It's absurd when you literally see what happened with Conor Benn and what happened with Dillian White. It's you can literally see it is not the same energy. It is not the same thing. It is it's like you now all of a sudden when it's your turn, you want all the information. When rumors about Tyson Fury getting a foreign license, nobody questioned that shit now. Whether or not he has a license or not. I wonder if I went on the Triple BOC website, he probably does have a license, but I wonder what it. Nobody questioned shit. How is he fighting over there in the UK when he said he'd never fight over there again? When he still has some shit going on, and then all of a sudden, Triple BOC say, "There, okay, man, we gonna make bygones be bygones, man. You come on back, make some money. We need the money anyways, because the Triple BOC is a private organization. Yeah, they get money from the UK every now and again, but that's on contingency of asking for the money to keep the sport alive. Amateurs and all that shit is triple. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just them, but what I'm literally saying is that there's aspects in this Conor Benn shit that need to be addressed, and the reason why I would hope it would be addressed, because first of all, people need to be just like they do these black boxers. Every time Tyson Fury has a fight, they need to bring up that he should have a disqualification on his fucking record. First off, and that's not coming from me. That's what UCAT ruled, that he should have a disqualification on his fucking record. Him and his cousin. Okay. Now, second of all, is that I want people to understand that at the end of the day, transparency is what we need in the sport of boxing, because that's the reason why amateurs is dying, because it starts from the head fucking down. You see what I'm saying? If you don't fall in line in the amateurs, right? They either gonna find somebody for you or they're gonna bury your ass. See what I'm saying? And that's how it is. Look what Edward Hearn doing over the UK with the amateurs. Well, how come all these amateur fighters that he's been getting over the years ain't been worth a fucking damn? Ain't been worth a damn. Since Edward Hearn came on the scene, name me one amateur that he has gotten that's worth a damn. Name me three. Name me two. Name me three. Name me four. Since Edward Hearn took over, not officially took over, but since he came on the scene, name me some amateurs out of the UK that's worth a damn. I want somebody to do that, because everybody he got is going to take an L. Everybody that Edward Hearn got is going to take an L. Or if they ain't took an L, they already had the gift in the amateurs and the fucking pros. So don't give me that. Can't nobody tell me that. So now imagine what happens over here in the US and the amateurs. When I tell you it all starts from the top, the head of the snake all the way down to the bottom. So who? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like Jacob Jennings, they trying to sweep it under the rug. Oh, with Conor Benn, I don't know if they're trying to sweep it under the rug or whatnot. But what I'm saying is the Triple BOC, they need to shut up and go and let Conor Benn fight, because they let Dillian White fight. And they didn't give that shit up to nobody else. Because they held that shit on confidentiality. And their confidentiality is based off of their own fucking rules that they fucking make. It's not based off as no government fucking law or anything. It's the rules that they make is what make it confidential. Their rules is basically like, consider it a non-disclosure agreement. It's not confidential. It's a fucking non-disclosure agreement. It's not bound by no country laws or anything. It's a fucking non-disclosure agreement that them dudes sign under UCAT and Triple BOC, which makes it to them confidential. And then that's the reason why they say interested parties. Interested parties under the Triple BOC, under UCAT is not the WBC. Interested parties are all NGBs, which are national governed bodies, and all the national governed bodies are in the UK. Because UCAT does what? They do other sports than boxing. And there's other commissions in the sport of boxing in the UK other than the Triple BOC. The Triple BOC gives UCAT the right to pass judgment. That's what the kicker is. If y'all don't believe me, go read their fucking rules. Don't listen to nobody on this motherfucker. Go read their fucking rules. National governing bodies are part of the interested parties. No entity outside of the UK is an interested party. So why should the WBC have to or Conor Benn have to give the Triple BOC anything? I'm not talking about whether or not he did it or not. I don't give a fuck whether or not he did it or not. Because I already know all these motherfuckers shady. I already told motherfuckers my feelings on whether or not if Conor Benn did it or not. What I'm saying is these dudes are shady. And these dudes be lying. And ain't not a now motherfucker out here is really transparent. They act like they are, but they're not. They've been lying to fans, all these motherfuckers. If you got all these betting entities, these bookies out here. You got people flying to fights, buying hotels, buying tickets, and everything like that, and this shit ain't fair. It's not a fair playing field. Ain't that about a bitch? You showing up to a fight to watch a fair fight, and it ain't even fucking fair. When a fighter is allowed to get in the ring with PEDs in a system and actually compete legally. Then you got poor old Conor Benn over there, Mr. Ecstasy, Mr. Eggs, or whatever his excuse is. And is now fighting the he should just go. Look, enough of these fucking threats. Just sue him. Just go ahead and sue the Triple BOC and see what goes from there. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing I told people from long years ago. That's the only thing that these motherfuckers, I don't care if it's promotional, managerial, fighter, network, whoever. That's the only thing they respect is a fucking lawsuit. Because they damn for sure don't respect any of these fighters and these fans. The only thing these cats out here respect that's running over people all day in boxing is a fucking lawsuit. because they can't run from that judgment. They can't run from that. They can't run from discovery. They can't run from that. That's the only thing these cats respect. And that's why Dylan White had to sue the WBC. Because that's the only thing they banking. These motherfuckers been banking for years that y'all motherfuckers don't know enough to even file a lawsuit. Don't know enough, too stupid, ain't been running your career to even file, or don't even have enough money. Because a lot of these cats don't even have enough money to file a lawsuit. They can't even hire a paralegal to file it. Because what the fuck he know about the sport of boxing? You feel me what I'm saying? That's the reason why this shit's so corrupt. A lot of these cats can't afford a fucking lawyer to even take them to a lawsuit. To even fight for their fucking career, fight for their fucking life. Can't even fucking do it. So that's the reason why a lot of these cats, their careers ain't worth a damn. How would you feel if you was a fighter, you don't have that much money and all that shit? You the goods. You the goods. But the whole sport of boxing has been taking everything from you. Your promoter, your manager, all them cats. After a while, yeah, you hungry, you fighting, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, 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 whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But eventually, something gonna give. Eventually, you're not gonna take shit serious and get in that ring, and you ain't gonna get that outcome you wanted. Then all of a sudden, folks gonna be like, I told you so about him. Told you so. Told you so about him or her, whatever. It, they allow it's into. I'm just saying, this shit ain't sweet out here. I've been telling folks a long time ago about a lot of shit. Y'all off, laugh at me, act like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and shit like that. But it all came fucking true. All of it. The shit that's going on with Conor Benn, it needs to fucking stop. Because it's going to happen again. And guess what? Nobody's going to do shit about it. And God forbid somebody fucking get really fucking hurt. God forbid someone gets fucking hurt. Really fucking bad. Because that's what's going to happen. That's the next step. That is literally the next step. The next step is somebody, and you know what? It already probably fucking happened. It already probably fucking happened. Somebody probably already got hurt. Somebody probably already got put in a wheelchair. Somebody probably already got put to death. By this sport of boxing, and they bullshit. Oh, you know what? It's okay. You could take all the weight you could take. Okay, you're gonna take off 6 pounds, and how long? Okay, go ahead. Right before fight day. Oh, you want to have this shit in your system? Oh, okay. Why do you think half of these fighters? Oh, I'll tell y'all one thing. Why do you think a lot of fighters out of the UK don't have no stamina? Why do y'all think that? Why do you think every time Dillian White, even in the best of his shape in his life, Derek Chisora, AJ, all of them, when people really put it on Tyson Fury, he ain't got no stamina. He don't really made him work. He don't. He used elbows and lean on him and start choking. He don't have none because they too busy taking shit out there that they could take outside of competition, all that bullshit. And then when they get in the ring, they can't take it. When they get in competition, they can't take that shit no more. So what happens? When it was doing 12, when it was doing 15, 16, 20 rounds a day, what happened? Oh, I was doing such and such rounds. Billy Joe Sanders, what happened with the nasal spray to open up them lungs? You taking nasal spray to open up your lungs over there in the UK because you could take it out of competition. Right? Right? So you can have a competitive advantage in sparring. When you stop taking that shit, you back to fucking square one, my nigga. You back to square one. If you can't take that shit in the ring, why are you taking it in the training camp? If you can't take meldonium in competition, why are you taking it outside of competition? Because meldonium is the only thing it's supposed to do is help you. So when you're in a lower elevation, what is it going to do for you? I.e., Povetkin. Why you don't have no stamina, motherfucker? Why you don't have no? You start now. You see why a lot of these cats ain't got no stamina. They juicing. In my opinion, these motherfuckers, they juicing outside of competition, and then when they get in competition, they can't go past 6 rounds. You mean to tell me, as a boxer, a 3-month, 4-month training camp, you already in shape? You should already be, man. Come on. You should already be able to go 6 rounds non-stop. I'm saying 6 rounds non-stop, not 12 rounds. Because 12 rounds, you got to be able to still pace yourself. But these motherfuckers is pacing themselves and still what? Gassing out. We see it. 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round, 7th, sometimes 8. And it happens too often to where folks shouldn't be saying, maybe that's the strength and conditioning coach. Maybe that's a diet. Maybe that's it. But if we just took it to heavyweight boxing, just the heavyweights alone, I'm looking like, Dillian White training in Portugal. For what? Spain, ain't that where all them Daniel Kennyhans got arrested at? Ain't that where they had the stronghold at in Portugal? Ain't that where it was at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All I'm saying is, man, in this video, it ain't about whether or not Conor Benn did it or not. Right? You can make your own assumption on that. I don't give a fuck what the assumption is. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. What I'm saying is, at the end of the fucking day, whatever the Triple BOC got to say about Conor Benn, they need to shut the fuck up, because they didn't give the WBC the same fucking energy when every time somebody pops up over there. They say you are not an interested party. You don't have the right. Blasey blah would do whoop, fall in line, get along, or get rolled on. And on that note, shout outs to everybody in the whole entire boxing world, and everybody stay sucker free.